Hey, it's Sly King from Hot 107.7, the host of the Evening Ride from 6 to 10. Also, I'm on Saturdays from 4 to 8. And many of you may not know a little bit of my history and how I got into radio and how long this business has had a major impact on my life. As you know, we're celebrating our 10 years of being the best station in Birmingham, bringing you R&B. If you go back in the history of this station and this frequency, it's 107.7. My father, who went by the name of Weldon Clark, was in radio in Birmingham for about 30-something years on many various stations, and he actually started out on WIN on this same frequency back many, many years ago, and many stories he shared with me before he passed away, and it really was, it really had a major impact on my life and really pushed me into what I'm doing today. And so many times I had a chance to talk to him about the impact of this business, and I really was thinking about how much this really means a lot to me, being the 10th year that we're celebrating our anniversary. And I can go back to many stories he told me, but one in particular was he actually was on the air at the time when the actual church was bombed. And that was just amazing to hear him tell me about that, and the fact that the glass front window of that radio station blew out. And so it goes back into my mind thinking about the impact that how I got into this business. I never forget him passing away in April of 2005. And I really was in the field of communications, but really didn't know what I really wanted to do. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot and intern. And I interned when the station came on the air, and I interned. And next thing I know, 8, 9 months later, from interning, I ended up producing the Steve Harvey Morning Show and then eventually being on the air. And many people don't know, and it really didn't hit me until after the fact, but the very first song, and I'll never forget this, that I actually came on the mic and talked, was Dance With My Father. And that really struck me big. I didn't realize how much of an impact not only that song meant to me, but the fact that I was on a station that my father was on many, many years ago. And so many of you don't know that. So many of you that have parents who were, back around during that time, or maybe during the 80s or so, or early 70s and 60s or so, he was on the air then at that time. But it's just really one of those things I wanted to share with you, let you know a little bit more about me. A lot of times you don't get a chance to hear that from me. You get a chance to hear me talk, but you don't get a chance to really know some of those details. So for me, being on this station and us celebrating our 10th year means a lot to me, the impact that my father had in my life, being in this business and in Birmingham, and the fact that we are celebrating our 10th year here on Hot 107.7. So I wanted to share that with you, and hopefully you get a chance to talk more with me. If you want to really give me your thoughts, your response, you can always hit me up on Twitter, Sly King Hot 107.7. Appreciate it.